welcome to another Media Side review. Today we're going to be talking about Super.
Sarah! Don't touch my car again. I'm going. That's not the kind of touching I meant.
Jock, he stole my wife. Can you arrest him?
Sometimes it's better just to accept these things.
Batman, batarang, pipe bombs, utility belt.
Utility belt.
Green Arrow has a bow and arrow.
Okay.
Why do you need all those?
I'm making up my own superhero. He needs a weapon. That'll do.
Super is a film that came out at South by Southwest. Made its premiere in April, but here we are in August, and it just came out on DVD. So I took a look at the movie. I'm going to review it real quick because it didn't come anywhere near here. So we're just going to take a quick look at it. The film is directed by a guy named James Gunn, who did a horror movie called Slither, and that got a lot of positive buzz. And he likes to really focus on trauma and like the darkness of his films. And this movie is a dark comedy, a very dark comedy, starring Rainn Wilson. It's got Ellen Page, and you also got Liv Tyler, and then Kevin Bacon. And the performances in this movie are pretty cool, but we'll get to them in a minute. First, we're going to talk about what really the story is about. The story is about Frank, who loses his wife to a drug dealer, and Frank's way of coping with that is seeking out a higher calling. And I don't want to ruin it, but he decides to become a superhero, and it's a very interesting way why he becomes a superhero, because it's not really your typical reason why he'd become a superhero. So he becomes the superhero called the Crimson Bolt, and in doing so he starts fighting crime around the city, but he does it in a very violent fashion, and it's kind of reminiscent of Kick-Ass, but I would have to say this is a lot darker than Kick-Ass. And Rainn Wilson, who plays the main character, does a phenomenal job. There's a lot of emotion he brings to the character, which I was really surprised at. He's a very good actor, and I mean, you've probably seen him on The Office and some other movies, but he is a really good character actor, and I think he doesn't get a lot of credit. Okay, and then we're going to move on to Ellen Page in the movie. Ellen Page plays, let's see, her name here is Libby. She plays Libby, works at a comic book store, and she befriends Frank while he is researching some stuff about superheroes. And Libby is a little more crazy than Frank, because Frank has a lot of emotional issues. He's had 2 perfect moments in his life, and he lets you know that right off the bat. So Frank is kind of disturbed, and he's just not all there, if you get what I mean. And Libby is like that times 10. She's crazy, but when she finds out that Frank is this superhero, she wants in and becomes his kid sidekick, Bolty. And Ellen Page is fantastic. I've never seen her play anything like this before. I never thought she could play anything like this before, but it's really interesting to see. And it's just you gotta sit back and just be like, what the hell am I watching? Is that nuts? And then you have Liv Tyler, who plays Frank's wife, Sarah, and she's a good actress, but in this movie I think that she's wasted a little bit. I'm gonna be honest with you. I mean, she's a good actress, but yeah, definitely was really raising an eyebrow why she was in this role. It was a very small role. It was just, you know, not a lot to it. And then you have Kevin Bacon. Kevin Bacon plays the drug dealer named Jacques, and he's a really interesting guy. He's a sleazeball, but he plays it really cool, and I don't think I've ever seen Kevin Bacon play a bad guy kind of like this. And it's just really fun to see him play it like that, and it's kind of got this charm, but at the same time, it's just like, I just gotta go take a shower when I'm done watching him, because it was just, ugh. But, so, pretty much, the movie it's a real psychological kind of movie. It gets you thinking about some things, and it's got a lot more emotion there than you would expect. I think that it's not for everybody. Definitely not for everybody. It's not the best superhero movie, but it has a lot of great ideas, and I think it's a little more, it's got more intelligence than some other superhero movies. I think that, though I like Kick-Ass a lot more than this, I think Super, though, has a lot of qualities to it that Kick-Ass didn't really touch on. So if you're a fan of this like dark comedy and you're really into a lot of the psychological stuff and you're not afraid of being disturbed by some very shocking images, then I would say check this movie out. For me personally, I have to give it a media side rating of damn good. I wanted to give it more, but it lacked a little bit in some areas that I think it could have done a lot better on. There's a really good score. There's, the cinematography is really good. Like I said, the acting's really good. The story's really good. So this is a really good movie. It's not here. It's like here, and that's why it's a damn good. So this has been Adam from Media Side, and I hope to see you all again soon. Also, be on the lookout for the Super Blu-ray review, which should be coming up soon. All right, have a good day.